Iowa Baba. Republicans.
So, Stephen Colbert is back. I don't know about you, but did it just get a little bit less funny in here? Let's watch how Stephen Colbert says all the right things for 10 minutes.
I am back, baby. COVID. Come on. 2 times. COVID's not keeping this guy down more than twice. Here's what happened. I had COVID, got over COVID. Then COVID staged a gritty reboot in my lungs. But I'm back, and I'm happy to be back.
So first of all here, it's not so much what he's saying, it's just the normal NPC bollocks, you know, ooh, COVID's scary, whatever. No, my problem really at this point is the unironic conceit and slickness of his delivery. Got the COVID twice. Staged a gritty reboot in my lungs. I'm back, baby. What a douche.
And while I am happy to be back, I am sad to say that, as you know, the #1 story today is not only tragic, it is tragically common, because the attack in Buffalo this weekend is not the first overtly racist mass shooting this country has witnessed in recent years. It's a truly horrific crime. And of course our hearts are with the victims and their families and their community. In this case, a predominantly black neighborhood that the suspect targeted.
Remember, this is a comedy routine, right? You know, maybe I guess you have to recognize what's happened. You're on CBS network, they say, okay, you need to mention this tragedy that's happened, and our thoughts go to the families of the victims, whatever. Not Stephen Colbert's style.
After spelling out his motivations clearly in an online rant where he referred to something called replacement theory, a white supremacist conspiracy based on the idea that white people will be replaced by people of color. Obviously, that is racist and hateful and crazy. Also, if you think white people are being replaced, then who's shopping at Vineyard Vines? It's a quality product, don't get me wrong.
That will be hilarious, Stephen. What we'll do is we'll say something like, I don't know, what's the thing that white people buy? Vineyard Vines. There you go. That's so, because white people, there's still white people, because white people buy. So anyway, we'll see how what should have been a side note in this comedy routine now becomes a whole rant about how racist everyone is, which is funny, I guess.
So where does anyone get an idea that monstrous? Well, it used to be only from the farthest right-wing fringe organizations, your Stormfronts, your neo-Nazis. But these days, you can see it every night on TV, thanks to Fox News host and deer caught masturbating in the headlights, Tucker Carlson.
So my browser history is now soiled forever because I had to check, is there any context to that joke? You know? Was there some kind of masturbation scandal with Tucker Carlson? There wasn't. It was literally like an edgy 14-year-old saying, masturbating. And that was the joke. Deer caught masturbating in headlights, Tucker Carlson. Because he's like a deer that's masturbating.
According to the New York Times, replacement theory is a central theme on Tucker's show. Their investigation found that his producers sometimes scoured his show's raw material from the same dark corners of the internet that the Buffalo suspect did.
What? I can't believe it. The producers, Tucker Carlson's producers, get this right, sometimes scoured their raw materials from the same dark corners of the internet that the Buffalo suspect did. I guess sometimes, they don't specify how often. Hang on, Stephen Colbert. I think I know what you're doing. You're not really accusing Tucker Carlson of anything specifically, but with a bit of a guilt by association fallacy, you are, on the one hand, avoiding any litigation, which would be troublesome, and at the same time, you are convincing the knobheads who watch you every night, who already agree with you, that Tucker Carlson is a neo-Nazi.
Now, that doesn't mean Tucker's responsible for what happened.
All right, Stephen, you're confusing me now. Was it Tucker or not?
But I would hope it would give anyone pause to find out that their browser history matches that of a mass murderer.
Actually, no, Stephen. My murder history is the thing that would concern me. If my murder history matched that of a mass murderer's, that would give me pause for thought. Not so much my browser history, my murder history.
If I found out that Jeffrey Dahmer was really into the Lord of the Rings, I might switch over to the Narnia stuff. Okay, let's go visit Lion Jesus.
And that, kids, is how you do a cell phone. Obviously, if you found out Jeffrey Dahmer liked Lord of the Rings, would that stop you reading Lord of the Rings? Would you say, I'm going to read Narnia now? A lot of people have read those books, you know. Some of them good, some of them bad. You know, if halfway through Lord of the Rings I suddenly found out that a serial rapist and murderer and cannibal had read Lord of the Rings, I wouldn't think, whoa, shit, I'm going to put that down. You know, I don't want to start murdering, raping and cannibalizing everyone. Did you know Jeffrey Dahmer drove a car? Christ, get me out of here. Oh, gee.
Now, although it sounds crazy, and I can't believe I'm saying this, recent polls show that 50% of Republicans agree with this garbage. And not just because it's being mainstreamed by Fox News, but because it's being mainstreamed by high-ranking Republican officials like GOP conference chair and judge making a toddler cry at the talent show, Elise Stefanik, in a series of Facebook ads just last year. Stefanik's campaign claimed that radical Democrats' plan to grant amnesty to 11 million illegal immigrants will overthrow our current electorate and create a permanent liberal majority in Washington. Oh, and you know what those liberals will do with their powerful permanent majority? Beg Joe Manchin for paid family leave, then when he doesn't vote for it, say, oh, okay then, is there something else we could do for you? What if we fed coal directly to dolphins?
So there you have the first 3 minutes of Stephen Colbert's routine. His first bit was 3 minutes of convincing his stupid audience that 50% of Republicans actually love race hate, all leading up to that punchline about feeding coal to dolphins. Yeah. Anyway, now it's time for his next bit, Ukraine.
So that's terrible. Terrible news. But here's something I don't get to say a lot. There's actually good news from Eastern Europe. Because over the weekend, Ukraine won the Eurovision Song Contest. Yeah. Slava Ukraine, which I believe means suck it Putin, because Russia was banned from Eurovision. Big bummer for Russia's top rapper, Megan the Potato.
Don't understand.
I don't understand.
Come on. Come on. Bringing it.
It's got a vibe.
That is my favorite kind of, I want to say, folk rap, EDM, flute-based hobbit rock.
Oh, Stephen, we all know that you can't have a favourite kind of folk, rap, EDM, flute-based hobbit rock. You silly man.
I was so inspired that today, this is true, I sent some people out to buy that yard-long one-hitter the guy is working at the mic, which I now know is called, do we have this here? It's now called a telenka.
Oh, believe me, I believe you, Stephen, when you say you sent some people out to go and buy an instrument for you. Yeah, several people, I know. That just shows how overpaid you are. But it'll be totally worth it, because this bit now, oh man, it's peak entertainment on CBS.
That's a hot sound.
Hot sound. You got it?
That's a hot sound. Lewis, play me in. Has Russia surrendered yet?
It's no, they haven't actually surrendered. They're slaughtering people by the thousands. It's getting worse every day. It's a massacre. Good joke though.
The winning song is called Stefania and was written about the frontman's mother, really raising the bar for children everywhere. Those nice boys from Ukraine did a whole award-winning song about their mom in the middle of a war. You won't even reply to my emails. I sent you 10 Minion memes. I haven't gotten so much as a lol.
It's a rough time for...
Is that camera on me? Is there a joke? There is a joke.
For new parents right now, because nationwide, 40% of baby formula is out of stock. Luckily for parents, liquor stores still fully stocked. Thank you. Rhythm's gonna get you. The Junior Juice.
I wonder what Stephen Colbert is like to work for, you know, or work with. Do you think he ever snaps out of this arsehole persona for one fucking second? You know, in the same way, I don't know, I get the feeling that Conan O'Brien, it's an act, it's ironic, you know, he's joking, and I feel like he must be a completely different person off set, off stage. I don't think this guy is.
The Junior Juice is in such short supply that recently a 3-pack of baby formula sold for $238 on eBay. That sounds like a lot, but it was signed by Hank Aaron.
Okay, so that's almost a joke. That follows the structure of a joke, because I guess, you know, things are more expensive if they've got a famous person's name on it, autograph, right? Why Hank Aaron? I guess it's like a non sequitur, like Rory Calhoun in The Simpsons.
I've never seen anything so adorable. You know who it reminds me of?
Benji?
No.
Lassie?
No. A person. You know who I mean.
Snoop Doggy Dogg? Bob Barker? David Brenner?
No. The person who's always standing and walking.
Rory Calhoun?
That's it.
Oh yeah, Stephen. That's a joke, I think. We got one.
Thanks to the shortage, some desperate parents are even trying homemade baby formula recipes. Oh, great. Now everyone's brother-in-law is going to be pushing their homebrew formula. Hey, little guy, try this one. It's it's pretty good. It's a Fontanelle IPA. It's got notes of pumpkin. It's hoppy, but it's drinkable.
The whole thing is so unfunny that I can't make this video funny anymore. The funny is being drained out of everything. I can't remember. It is not funny. I don't know what to say. It's not funny. He's a professional presenter and comedian who has his jokes written for him by a bunch of twats. That is my honest analysis. Don't like it? Shove it. I don't care.
Come down to the basement, help me bottle it. To address the problem, the Biden administration has announced that they will increase imports of formula and crack down on formula price gouging. And Senator Kirsten Gillibrand has said she will ask President Biden to consider using the Defense Production Act. Yes, it is a full mobilization. Explains this recruiting poster, Iowa Baba. Republicans.
Who is being entertained by this? So the routine is read a few cherry-picked lines from a left-leaning article and then sort of Republicans are racist.
How does he make those sounds? Republicans have a slightly different plan in mind. Let immigrant babies go hungry, because when they're in U.S. custody, our government rightly is responsible for feeding these migrant children, so they give them formula. And to try to prove that this crisis is because the government is hoarding infant formula at the border, Republican Representative Kat Cammack shared this photo on Fox News, which CNN fact-checked and found to be powdered milk.
What do you mean to say, Stephen? Republicans are racist? Is that what you believe? I didn't know that you believed that.
And it goes on like this.